Hey YouTubers, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell over by the subscriber button to notify you every single time I upload. Enjoy the video. Hey YouTubers, so today we're going to be talking about Hit, the legendary assassin from Universe 6. We all know what's coming up in episode 111 in Dragon Ball Super, and honestly, I cannot be more excited. Honestly, this is my fight night. I know a lot of people last week were really anticipating the Goku versus Jiren match, and that was epic. I mean, we got so many things to talk about from that episode. I mean, we're still trying to cover everything that episode really gave us, but this, to me, is the fight I've been waiting for since the Tournament of Power was actually introduced. One, because I, if you know me, am a huge Hit fanboy. I love this guy. I think he's really awesome. And at the same time, they usually do this. They kind of take the person who was really epic in the last arc or one of the last arcs and use them as fodder to kind of build up the person who's going to be fighting Goku in that arc. And I knew that Hit was going to be fighting Jiren at some point. We all did. And we all know that Jiren's probably going to raffle stomp Hit. And that really kind of makes me sad, but I really hope that Hit gives him a really good fight. But with that being said, I want to ask you guys whether you think that this is an awesome scene or not. And honestly, I completely forgot about it until just maybe a couple days ago. Honestly, I was just kind of like walking around in school and I was like, you know what, that was awesome. And I don't remember just how much like it really piqued my interest back in the day, and also like how it kind of, I guess, harked back to my childhood and what I did as a child, and I'm sure a lot of you have done as well. But if you remember back in the Champ arc, or the tournament between Universe 6 and Universe 7, we got a really awesome scene between Goku and Hit fighting. Obviously, that was one of the best fights of Dragon Ball Super thus far, but they gave us something that was pretty epic within that fight. The very fact that Hit screamed at the top of his lungs, was trying to power up, and literally right after that, they made a big show about whether or not he had actually powered up, or whether he was getting any stronger from that. And then he basically just said, you know, you transform, you scream, you do all this stuff to power up, and I can only power up by improving. And of course, the whole improving technique has been a real big cheat code for him ever since that was really introduced, or really even explained in Dragon Ball Super. But I think we all kind of overlooked that scene, or at least I did. Tell me in the comment section below if you think that you didn't overlook that scene, or you were really like marking out from that scene. And what he did, which I guess kind of explained or kind of showcased, illustrated what we did as kids back in the day when we were all watching Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT. You know, I can't remember how many times that I just sat there and was like, at least in my head, or maybe when I was all alone, you know, screaming either very silently or at the top of my lungs, you know, to become Super Saiyan, or do, you know, just kind of get stronger, get all my anger out, and hopefully be as strong as I need to for certain tasks and stuff. And I gotta say, like, Dragon Ball Super does this, and it really does this really subtly, and really, you know, not everything is on the nose. Some of it's on the nose, but most of it's not necessarily so on the nose. That they do this not only to kind of showcase characters, but also give us little nostalgic punches that they know people in Japan do this. They know people all around the world do this. One of the things that Dragon Ball Z actually really became known for is just like this show where everyone screams all the time to power up. And I'm sure a lot of people understood that at the time, and I guess I did as well, but I wasn't necessarily thinking, man, that was just one of the things that really builds up Hit for me. I mean, the guy has so much personality, so much that he was able to sit there and literally mock a Goku. He was having fun with it. We saw him basically have smiling during that fight. Obviously, he was willing to give up the fight once he realized that Goku was willing to give up the fight, and obviously everything else since then, even stepping in between Jiren. So there's a lot of personality and character in Hit, and honestly, the very fact that they keep him kind of stoic, but we get to an idea of like what his beliefs are, or how he kind of goes about with these situations, is honestly one of the best things about him. And honestly, I cannot wait for this fight. I want everyone to tell me whether or not they can wait for this fight. Do you think it's going to be more epic than Goku versus Jiren, or do you think that was just like the most epic fight in the whole series thus far? And anything else that you want to talk about with Hit, especially since we're just waiting for the fight, guys. We are less than 24 hours away from that fight, and I just can't wait to see it, guys. Like I said, short video. I just wanted to kind of relive that moment, because up until just this moment, I actually forgot about it. And with the Dragon Ball Super dub, we're gonna have to wait another couple weeks in order to even get that fight to begin with. So it's not like I'm revisiting it right now. I just hadn't really thought of it until the other day. So guys, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell over by the subscriber button. That's gonna notify you every single time I upload. I'm gonna be uploading a little bit more, you know, whenever I really feel like it these days, because honestly, I'm just super stoked on Dragon Ball Super right now. honestly. It is going to be pure epicness for the rest of the month and hopefully throughout the rest of the year, because the Tournament of Power, as I've said before, is the best thing that they've ever put on screen, and I hope you guys agree with me. Anyway, guys, I hope everyone has a good day. It's been real. Hey YouTubers, if you guys like movies, television, and box office numbers, then make sure to go check out my second channel where I discuss all of that stuff in gruesome detail, especially since we cover a whole lot of horror movie stuff over there and a lot of horror shows and everything else like that. So guys, if you want to hear more of my discussion topics that's not necessarily Dragon Ball related, then make sure to join me over there. I hope you guys enjoy the video.